So we have a huge secret that we have to tell you guys. Less Junk, More Journey has junk.
Lots of junk. Yeah, we both said the same time.
Lots of junk.
Lots of junk. Now, we spend a lot of time on this channel talking about the journey part of Less Junk, More Journey. Waterfalls, glaciers, beaches, mountains. We absolutely love living a life of adventure. However, you can't have a life of journey without doing something about the junk.
So over the years, we've gotten the comment a few times that less junk, more journey. You guys are more junk, less journey. We've heard it a few times.
Thank you, Hotstud782. Well put. Well put.
I comment back, yeah, I mean, we're less junk, not no junk.
And that leads into our #1 hack for living in an RV. And that hack is that you always need to be building your downsizing muscles. Now, the reason this is our #1 hack is not because this is the most well-known hack or the well-known problem within the RV world. It's not because this is the easiest hack or the hardest hack. I think this is the #1 hack for us and something we wish we'd known before we hit the road, because building your downsizing muscles is something anybody can do at any point. So whether you're watching this from an RV or you're watching this from a house or an apartment, anywhere, figuring out how to have less junk in your life will give you more journey. This video is packed with things we wish we'd known when we started this journey.
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
We've done a lot of downsizing over
Still downsizing.
8 years, from house to large RV, down to a small RV, back to a large RV, down to small RVs again.
If you're where you're at and you're saying, I want more journey in my life, and you want it to go this way, we have 3 incredible tips. The first of which is to go public. You say, you know what? I want to build my downsizing muscles. Last month, for 30 days, we did what we called the LJMJ 30-day challenge. And we did this with Team Journey within our circle community. And the challenge was that every day you get rid of the number of items for that day of the month. And so there were 31 days, but we did 30 days.
Because every day we've been posting a picture of the things we got rid of for the day. And it's been very cool following everybody's journey, seeing all the junk we're getting rid of so that people can continue to have more journey in their life. And the journey is better together.
So for day 1, you get rid of 1 item. Not bad, right?
Yeah, that was easy.
That was easy, not bad.
Actually, it was harder than I thought, because I'm like, and I want this one item to be significant.
What about this hat? Do you remember the memory associated with that?
I just don't. Maybe that's why I can get rid of stuff.
Oh, when we renewed our vows.
Oh, okay.
In 2018 in Banff National Park. And so that makes me sad. It's like hard to get rid of.
I spent way too much time looking for one item, but
yeah, don't overthink it. The whole point is to start off easy. Day 2, you get rid of 2 items. Day 3, you get rid of 3 items. Doesn't sound too bad, but once you start getting to day like 15 and 16 and it starts adding up, but when you get to day 30, you've gotten rid of, I think it's 465 items. And so we challenged ourselves with this 30-day challenge, everybody in there who wanted to in Team Journey, and we had like 20-ish, 25 people be a part of this challenge, to keep track with a chart that we have that we'll give you guys a link to at the end of the video. And you can X out your days and then take a picture of what you're getting rid of and sometimes talk about it. So you might talk about how it was hard or how you didn't realize you even had that so many of these sitting around.
I think another reason I have a hard time letting go of stuff is I associate things with memories. Like as I'm going through this stuff, I see this hat. This hat's from Yosemite, and I haven't wore this hat since probably I was in Yosemite a year ago. But I wore this hat when we did Half Dome because I didn't have a hat, and so I bought one that says Yosemite to use when we climbed Half Dome. And that was one of my favorite memories I've ever done, is climb Half Dome, and Nathan and I renewed our vows at the top, and so it's just like a really special piece to me. So I think that's what's really hard, because I know Nathan said, you know, if you haven't used something in a year, let it go, and I know those time frames, but at the same time, like, it's so hard for me because it's just associated with memories.
Now, you don't have to do this challenge with a group of 20, 30 people. You could just post publicly, hey, here's what I'm doing, and then just post it if you want to. You could do a challenge where it's like your husband and wife. You challenge as a family, another family, or a couple as another couple. The second tip is called grab your buckets. We're making 3 different sections or piles. Pile number 1 is really we just go ahead and put it in the trash can or trash bag. Is trash. Number 2 is we've got like a pile for stuff we're gonna give away or donate. And then number 3, which is not very big, is our to sell pile. We might resell it in Facebook Marketplace, eBay, that kind of thing. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Totally opposite of what I usually see. I'm proud of you. Usually it's the bags like going into the RV, so.
That's true. That tends to be my choice over getting rid of stuff. Man, has this been long overdue? It's like we have these rules in place, you know, if something goes in, something comes out, and I usually do so good about it. But as soon as you get relaxed, that's when things just...
I showed this in our tour video, but I always have at least 1 60-quart container in the RV, if not 2 or 3. And we're always taking stuff, I'm putting it in those containers, is potentially given away at some point. And then Marissa comes back through and she looks at those and, you know, sometimes the whole container goes.
Most of the time, it's like 1 or 2 items maybe I pull out.
We always have a giveaway pile, a constant giveaway box. And Nathan will notice something not being used or left out, and he will put it in the giveaway box. And then I will go through it. That's how our marriage has lasted, is I have to approve what goes in that giveaway box. And sometimes it'll be in there 3-4 times, and maybe that 4th time I'm like, okay, I'm ready to let it go. And I can't explain it, but I just know that that's how I work, and it just takes me time to realize, okay, you aren't using this, it's just kind of continuing to be in your way.
You can make your own rules, it's whatever, but you could do like the 12 rule, where if it costs less than $12 or you haven't used it more than 12 months, or I don't know. I like rules, I like boundaries. Marissa is not a fan, but I think it keeps me in check. I've getting the containers that have been filled up over the last 6 months. I'm sitting the containers down and saying, Marissa, this stuff is in the giveaway container. We haven't used it in over 6 months, some of it in over a year. What do you want to do? And so our giveaway bucket has 2 phases, but you don't have to do that. You could just literally go through your stuff and put it in one of these 3 buckets.
Some days I'm in a better let go space, and so I know those are my days to downsize. And then days that I'm hanging, and I don't know why psychologically some days are harder than others. I haven't figured that part out.
Hensley started wearing these little pink boots when she was 1, when she first started walking, and we have had every size up to now she's at size 13. She has finally outgrown the last pink boots, and I've been hanging on to these because it is so hard to let go, because this girl has splashed in mud puddles all across the country. And so now she's 9 and she's outgrown them, and it's just really, you know, really hard to let go of that. I did save some of her first pair, and I used them to like put little flowers in. I used it like a flower pot. Yeah, maybe some other little girl can splash across the country now in her little pink boots. Letting go is hard. Are you even sad about letting go of the pink boots?
I guess if I think about it, I'm not. So for me, the stuff doesn't connect the memory to me. So like
these little pink boots don't connect the memory of her splashing all over.
I don't have to like have the pink boots to have that memory. I mean, that's why I've got video and pictures, and I don't know, the pink boots themselves. I don't need the pink boots anymore. Like I want to make new memories and new boots.
We're so different.
I know.
I do know myself enough when I start going through that bucket and I'm holding too much. I'm like, today's not the day. And then I try it another time and I'm ready. I'm ready to let go. And sometimes the bucket, I say no, I pull it out and literally like Nathan puts it right back in. And then the second time I go through it, I'm like, okay, all right. He showed this to me last time. I still haven't used it. It's time to let it go. I think just having that constant outgoing giveaway bucket has been super helpful for us.
The key of it is like you're getting things out of sight, out of mind. And the thought process is, if I haven't even noticed this was gone for 6 months, 12 months, like how much do I really need it? The third and final actionable tip is shrink your space. Now what we mean by that is we did the opposite of this actually in our house.
When we lived in our house before we did the RV life, I literally had an extra bedroom as a full closet. Like I've always loved clothes. I love them so much.
Before we had Hensley, so we had extra bedrooms. Why not make it a closet? And I don't know why it never dawned on me that I thought downsizing from our house, when we sold our house and we downsized our things and moved into an RV, I thought, okay, we do this huge downsize downsize, and then, you know, we live in an RV. We never have to downsize again. It's kind of done. Yeah, boy, was I wrong, because we are constantly downsizing.
So today, I have dreaded the closet task because I usually do a really good job of, if I buy something, then it has to be replaced. I'll literally be in a dressing room trying something on, and I'll be staring at it and say, do I love it? And sometimes I'm like, no, I like it, but I don't love it, so I pass. Or I will say, what can I replace with this? And if I cannot think of something, I will replace. I will not buy it. And I've been really good about it. But we've been busy lately, and things have just escalated quickly. So when we did this challenge, I was nervous because I knew it was going to get tough, but I knew I needed it. So this is definitely the skeleton in our closet, literally, is my stuff. I can't blame Nathan. Nathan literally has 3 hangers. That's what Nathan has. And all the rest is mine. Oh.
And we've had people send us messages saying they did this. They're like, hey, I took a room in my house.
Yeah.
And instead of using it for storage or whatnot, like I basically just blocked that off, or I made that the room where all the giveaway stuff goes. And maybe your closet, even though you have a massive closet, maybe you're like, man, I want to practice. I want to build these downsizing muscles. And your spouse may think you're crazy. Now that I think I'm saying this out loud, they come in and half the closet's blocked off to not be used. It sounds really silly to do this stuff.
Like, I've always loved clothes. I love them so much. So this has just been a challenge for me, but you can do it. Let me show you what I do. When you wear something, you can turn the hanger the opposite direction so that you can see what you've been wearing. So then you know, okay, I have not wore that in 6 months. I have not wore that in a year, whatever your time frame is. Then you eliminate when things aren't turned around.
The problem is people feel the space that they have. And so by having these barriers, I know for me, like Nathan always...
She said feel. She meant fill.
Oh, since your English is so proper, he grew up 5 minutes down the road from
everybody
me.
hates me this video already anyway. So
I never allow myself more hangers. I only allow myself what is in that closet. If I have to buy more hangers, unless one breaks. If a hanger breaks, then I'll buy more hangers. But I don't buy more hangers.
For us, like having those barriers is really helpful because you will feel whatever space you have.
I think you got it right that time. That was really good.
Right, I
You
really
feel it.
tried.
Yeah, you feel it.
Feel it?
Yeah, you don't feel it. You feel it.
So I know for me, even living in an RV, I'm going to shove that drawer full, right? Even Nathan says it's an 80% rule. You don't fill it over 80%. But for me, I'm like, I'm filling that drawer and packing it. And so like having, you know, I would have the closet exploding if I was able to add more hangers, but just keeping my hangers limited.
So we did this LJMJ 30-day challenge with Team Journey.
Less junk month. Isn't that
Less junk month?
Less junk
I might
month.
call it that too. I don't know. But like, so how did it go? It wasn't too bad on day 1. It got a little harder around day 15. You kind of saw it in the community too. Like there was this turning point where the posts kind of like decreased a little bit. It started to get real around the 15, 20 day mark. And kudos to everybody who pushed through, took pictures and commented and left things and inspired. It was just awesome.
What would you say is the hardest part of this? Or getting rid of stuff in general too, I guess.
I know we're very different, right? Like you get energized from it and you love it. But for me, it is so emotionally hard and draining. Even though I know deep down a lot of it is stuff I do not love. But I think I have a hard time thinking, well, this is still good. I think that's hard in my mind of like, I still like this. It's still good stuff, but I'm just not using it. I don't have the room. And so I like battle that so much of like, it's good, but I don't need it.
I think for me, I pushed through to day 30, was able to do it all, but it was shocking that we had 465 items just like laying around. And then once they're gone, had virtually no impact on our life being gone.
Just seeing everyone posting and sharing their story just kept me inspired and helped hold me accountable. Everybody was pushing through the hard, so then I had to push through the hard too. Probably need to do this challenge more often. Maybe make a goal of doing
12 times a year or something like that.
Maybe not that often. Maybe like
once a decade.
well, yeah, you know.
If you're looking for a way to build your downsizing muscles, we would love to have you be a part of Team Journey. Team Journey is our place where we want everyone to go from dreaming of living a life of less junk, more journey to living a life of less junk, more journey. And our 30-day challenge was a great way to do that. We're going to put a link to the resources from that challenge we had. Those will be in the description below. You can download the calendar. You can download the explanation of the challenge if you want to do that. And if nothing else, just challenge yourself to not let the amount of stuff you have in your life hold you back from the amount of journey you can have in your life. As Hot Stud 742 said, this is more junk, less journey, signing out.
I think we've had a lot of journey in our life. Like,
We had a little bit. Well, that is our journey for this week. Until next week, we'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, that toothbrush is gone, buddy. We're gonna give that toothbrush away to somebody else.
Is it for somebody?
Yeah, that's for somebody else. They're gonna get to use the
Case in
toothbrush.
point, it's really good. It's useful.
Just try. He gets that from you.